Jess.
Hello.
Hello.
We're not even muted. Look at that.
I know, right? I got the button on.
We got everything good today.
Wow. I know what I was going to bring. I was going to bring one of the Surger kits over here so we can show. I think they're right over here.
They are.
So, yeah, good afternoon. Holy camole. It's 3:30 already.
Today has just really moved quickly. On the top in the green. Those are the ones with all the threads.
I see. I'm like, these feel a little light, but I was like, what do I know?
It's funny because Carolyn was grabbing them like, you don't want that one. You want the ones on the top.
You want the good ones.
You want the good ones, the full ones.
Yeah.
So yes, we have lots of fun things coming up. Lots of things coming up.
It's going to be a crazy couple of weeks.
It is going to be. Well, when is it not crazy around here though?
Right.
I mean, in all.
I feel like
honesty,
we had a week. I had a week.
Like
when I
was telling her this morning. I was like, I kind of felt like we were cruising okay for a second there, and then reality struck.
Then it hit us. I know. And I got to get back to block of the month. Oh my God.
Yeah. And here we are. But yeah. Monday was interesting on all fronts. My front, your front, all fronts.
Yes. She was asking a question. I was answering.
Oh,
that's okay.
And but here we are. Wednesday again. And we are going to try to get you guys all up to date as to what's happening here. We're going to pretend we know what's happening here. Sarah worked super hard the last little bit here and made this.
I literally just loaded it. I was like, holy moly.
Beautiful
all right, I'm even at the beginning.
Bonus. So we've got lots of things happening. So we're in April.
Yes.
We're in the middle of April.
I'm so confused because I've been writing April and May. So I'm hoping I got the dates right and these things because I was like, oh crap, what month am I in? So I got super confused.
I can see totally where that happens.
Yes.
I mean, it's super easy.
Because I was like, it's next week. I meant next month. I'm all confused. So
that's what happens when you start planning things out and you're like, what's the date again?
I know. I was very confused.
So I didn't get any personal sewing really things done. And I was hoping to get some done on Monday, and then I had that weird electrical thing happening at my house, and I was like, I'm not turning my machine on because it might blow my machine up.
Yes.
So I did not. I played on my iPad, and that's all I did because that had a battery, so I wasn't plugged into anything.
Yeah. Well, Sunday.
So weird.
I played video games with Dave. He wanted to hang out, so I hung out with him. I felt a little guilty because there's things that I needed to do, but I
think we need to decompress a little bit.
Yeah,
that is like we need to be sane,
right?
And that is very important. And if we're not sane, what's going to happen?
Oh, I know, God. Barely hanging on.
Yes, the fingernails are just,
Yeah.
But
so and Gene came back this week. So came back, but then he's not here again. He's kind of here, but he's not here. So we don't know when he's coming and going, but he is back in the state of Michigan.
But he is in the state of Michigan, and so he could show up at any time. Be prepared, guys. You never know.
Yeah, there's a good possibility you could see him on a Monday or a Thursday. Any other day of the week,
it's a crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot. But those 2 days he might be around.
Yeah.
So. You might be seeing him at the shop again if you're in the area.
If you happen to be in the area on one of those days, there's a good chance you might get a chance to stop in and say hi to him too.
Absolutely. So what do we have? We have this week. I've already got my weeks and my months mixed up.
So this week, as you can see in very big letters, that we are in April, and April is Surger month.
Yes.
So we are celebrating Surgers, and we have got some fantastic price points on Surgers. No, it's not required for you guys to be sane. We just try to hide our insanity every now and then. So
hi Shirley.
Hello,
we enjoyed the brownies and the chocolate chip cookies.
Very much so. Thank you for
Tucker approved as well.
Tucker said yay. Those are good. So thank you for those. So yes, we are celebrating Surgers, and we are celebrating an actual decrease for the first time in a long time.
At least 3 years.
They actually went down.
Yes.
In prices. So in addition to some fantastic prices, we built some packages, which if you are on our mailing list, hi Mom, you would have gotten that email that kind of gave some of that information. So if you've got some questions on those, please give us a call. This is a fantastic time to get in and either come in and stitch, or have us show you and stitch, or pop in on Friday on that virtual, which is what you're reading up on screen here, and see what these sergers can actually do. So if you've been thinking about a serger, now is absolutely the time. It's the best prices in years.
Yeah. Pre-COVID prices.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lower than they were before COVID.
Yeah.
They actually, they're phenomenal. So this Friday, Sarah and I will be creating these stitches that you're seeing here. So we're going to actually be using a couple different sergers and some cover hem stitches to create all of these really cool things. And we've got gathering, we've got pin tucking, we've got flat lock, we've got narrow ruffles, cover,
rolled hems,
all these different things.
Piping, pin tucks.
And it sounds hard, right? But it's not. And the reason that it's not is because of how awesome these sergers are. So we're going to show you how simple it actually is. And we're going to make an absolutely beautiful pillow cover. You could use that pillow cover as a table runner if you would prefer. So if you're like, yeah, I'm not really into bench pillows, you could use these for, whatever you would actually want it to be instead of. So,
yeah, and our baby lock sergers are super easy to thread. So we'll be threading and popping between different techniques while we're chit-chatting with you and doing our techniques, and you'll see how easy it is. And we have kits available. So let's go over to this one. And
so it's funny, you got the teal, I got the pink.
So teal and pink.
And then pink. And so if you're looking, most of the fabrics are the same. It's just the accent pieces. So this one has pink accents, that one has teal accents. So depending upon your personal preferences, or maybe what your house is themed as, you guys already know I'm not a big pink fan. She is. So this one was made for her. And all of you are like-minded with liking the pink, and so on and so forth. So we've got the two different color schemes that you are welcome to
you could get 2 kits and do a double-sided pillow.
Or you could absolutely do that.
That'd be cool.
And we could insert a zipper in there and have, there be the zipper closure, and that would work out really, really great. So you can certainly go that route. But you could make this into really whatever you would like. And the wonderful thing about this is how easy it is actually all going to be. And we're going to do all of these techniques live. So you can literally see us changing over from one technique to the next, and how easy it is to go from one thing to the next. We are going to be using more than one machine, so that it's a little bit faster, so that there's a little bit of movie magic happening, because otherwise
you'd be here for 5 hours.
We don't want it to be hours and hours of things happening for you guys. So we're going to try to speed things up a little bit, but we only have one machine at home, and both of us did all of this at home on our own sergers. So it's very, very easy to do. And
and a day project.
You
could
just a
do
couple
this
of
in a
hours.
sitting.
Absolutely. Especially if you've got all of your pieces cut and ready sitting next to you. So, take a little bit of time and prep your fabrics and have them sitting. Okay, here's what I'm going to need to do this stitch, and here's what I'm going to need to do that stitch. And then when you're just grabbing your fabrics, of course, if you don't prep, then it takes longer. But having everything ready and set to go is going to fly right by.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's so much fun.
It is.
I'd forgotten how much fun it is.
Right.
And I do this every year. Right? Every year we do some fun project.
Right.
And I'm like, why don't I do this? Why don't I use my serger for fun more?
Right.
Because I'm very utilitarian with my serger. I hem things, and I shorten this, and I chop that off and whatever. And I don't have fun with it that often, and I forget.
Yes.
This is so much fun.
Right.
And you can do so many cute things.
Yeah.
This is an absolutely darling project when it's all pieced together. And
was this the first time that you pin tucked on your serger?
I have not pin tucked before.
It is, so I've pin tucked on a sewing machine, and
I've not pin tucked, period.
But it's so easy.
I was like, I thought this was going to be hard.
I know, right? The hardest part is driving straight.
What I don't have at home, and you do, was the quilt guide.
Yes.
So I had to draw lines and follow a line.
Right.
But not that was hard.
No.
But different. There's going to be a lot of you guys that don't have that at home.
Right.
So how would you do that? So I was in that boat. So I drew lines for both the piece that's right above my name that has the X right there. I had to draw lines to do that stitch because I didn't have a quilt guide. And then the pin tucking, I didn't have a quilt guide. So I had to draw a line down to have, where am I going to go? Otherwise I would have never been able to go straight. But it was so easy.
Yeah, it really is.
Like, I was like all freaking out. How am I going to ever figure that? Right. Once I sat down to actually do it, I literally laughed at myself. Like, why were you so worried? This was so easy.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it is, so every year for the past, 4 years, maybe 5 years now, Baby Lock has, we're a Baby Lock dealer.
They've done a big promo that has a big project.
Right. With lots of techniques in it.
A lot of techniques. And they have written a pattern, which of course, I'm sure not one of you is surprised we changed.
Right.
We always change something. So this year we're like waiting and we're looking for it and I even called Baby Lock and I'm like, I can't find it. Where's this year's pattern? And
it's a scrunchie.
Yep.
They came out with so they decided
like
that
a hair
scrunchie,
a ponytail holder,
and half of it was sewn on the sewing machine. So
like a stitch.
What? And so Lisa and I are we're frantic because
we're like,
we have been relying on Baby Lock to come up with this project. And first we were like a tote bag, and we were coming, we were brainstorming. We're like, okay,
we can do a zipper and we can make pockets and we can do this. And we're like, oh man.
Yeah. And then we both saw like a pillow and we got inspiration for it. And we're like, we could do this. I
saw like a bolero pillow and I was like, we could do this. And so we started working on a pattern with that. And then you saw a pillow somewhere else and we were like, that's so much better. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And then, so we veered off. We started with that same thing and we veered off and we changed some sizing and we're trying to make it a 12 by 18 pillow. And we're like, oh my Lord, we need bigger, go bigger, go home, man. So then here we are in a bench pillow and it is absolutely stunning. And I can't wait to have this in my house. It is that cute. I mean, sometimes we're like, that's really cute.
But
and then, we put it up on the wall here and we're like, that was really fun. Yep. But this one's going in my house.
Yeah. Even my husband was really impressed.
I know you were like, Dave was like,
he's like,
you made that all on your serger? So we have 2 different kit options. Your kit will come with the pattern.
Yeah.
If you're like, I don't need fabric, I have enough fabric, you can just buy the pattern. That is an option. So if you want to do all of this fun stuff with us, but you're like, I don't need threads and fabric, I've got that covered, but I do want all of the sizes and the measurements and everything, you can just get a download of the pattern and then print that out.
Yes.
So
we did use, there's a few decorative threads in your kits. But they're not crazy decorative threads. Like they're not super duper thick. So, we've got some embroidery thread in here because you can do a little bit of decorative stitching with your embroidery thread. So if you don't have like a huge selection of threads at home, but you do have some threads, you can mix and match a variety of things. I think if you didn't have thick decorative threads, you could use like something that's contrasting so that you could see the stitches. It doesn't have to be as thick. So if you're like going, well, I've got this fabric at home, but it doesn't match your thread kit here, you can definitely use threads that you have at home and do a variety of different things. And if you don't think that those threads would be perfect to put your whole project together, you could do all of your technique pieces on your serger, and then you could sew the strips together on your sewing machine using like some more normal sewing thread if you don't have that. But we'll show you some tips on Friday on how to like make a spool of thread go a little bit further in your serger and things like that. So, it'll be a lot of fun. We hope, we know a ton of you guys have signed up for that for the Friday.
So we are excited to share all of that with all of you.
And it's at a slightly different time. A lot of times we're either in the morning or in the afternoon. This is at 11. We're going to start at 11. So a little bit different time.
Yep.
You can find the links already on YouTube and Facebook, so you can just save that if you want.
Yep.
We'll send out an email tomorrow with the live links just in case you can't find them, so that you everybody has them. And we'll also send out that same email that has the Surger information about the specials and stuff, so everybody has those, and they're easy to find.
So all of you, we do ask that you register for it, just so that we can make sure that you are getting the links and all of the information, so that you have everything in front of you, so that we can make sure that you have all of the information that you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it is a free registration. There's no strings attached.
Nope.
So you can just click on it and say, yep, I'm going to be there.
And we're not selling your stuff. So
no,
I
gosh,
mean,
no.
I do see
we
people
don't do that.
sign up and then take off and then sign up. And I mean, you do get emails, but they're literally Lisa and I are doing it.
We don't send your info to anyone.
No.
So you don't have to worry about ever us sending that out.
No, we're never going to do that.
We won't even send it to Dime or to,
no.
We don't do that. We never have, we never will. We hate when someone gives our information out. So we absolutely do not share any information given to us to anybody else.
Right.
So
yeah. So
won't
don't
ever
worry
happen.
about
never ever worry about that.
Yeah.
So that is Surger. So that's what's going to happen literally in just a couple of days. That is this Friday. And again, it is 11 a.m. Eastern time that will be beginning, not the 10 or the 9:30. It's going to be pushed back just a little bit, just to make sure that we can get everything prepped before we start. We just wanted to make sure that we were 100% ready and not being too rushed in the morning.
Yes.
So 11 a.m. on Friday morning, we will be starting the Surger. And even if you don't have a Surger, it might inspire you to do something else. So give us a few minutes and pop in, even if you don't own a Surger. That's kind of half the point, to be honest. So it'll show you what these Surgers can do. So a lot of you might not know what a Surger does. That's kind of
the point.
Yeah. So
and
pop
you
in,
might
even
just
if
think that they're used for utilitarian purposes,
and they don't have to be.
They don't. I don't sew clothes at all. So I always am only making some sort of a project type thing. It's never clothes for me, because that's just not my thing.
Yeah. But we do have, of course, things that you can use that for, specifically utilitarian.
Yes.
But it's so much more fun when you're having fun.
It is. Yes.
Absolutely.
So yes, you can do lots of different things. And then that kind of takes us out of we still have some other things going in April, but they're block of the month and stuff.
So that is this Friday. Next Friday.
Scan and Cut. That's what I forgot to put on there.
Yeah, and it's okay. So next Friday, I have my Scan and Cut Basics class, which is also free.
Yes.
Doesn't matter whether you've purchased your machine from us or not. You can, again, completely free to sign, but please sign up so I can give you all of the information. There will be handouts, which I can't send you if you don't sign up. So please sign up so that I can give you that. It will be a YouTube, Facebook posting. It's not going to be a Zoom class. So it's going to be just like this, where you just click in. So it's not going to be a complicated thing to get into, that I have to send you the link to join specifically. But there will be handouts and things. We are going to cover lots of information, and I will be giving some updated information. So if you've taken the basics class from me in the past, there'll be repeats for sure, but there's going to be added things from like the rotary blades and the different things that we've added since then. So if you have recently gotten your Scan and Cut, or not recently gotten your Scan and Cut out, it might be a really great thing for you.
And is the plan to do lecture and talk about all the stuff, and then after that, then do the cutting and the stuff, or are you going to try to cut in between?
I am there's going to be a lot of talking at the beginning, but then once I start talking about the mats and the blades and what they do in the different products, I will be cutting and then talking and then cutting and then talking. So there'll be a lot of talking at the beginning, and then it will be intermixed, and you are welcome to cut along with me if you are at home. If you come in, I will actually have little pieces of paper and little pieces of vinyl and things here available for you to grab and cut, so you won't have to have your own things. You are very welcome to come in. We've got already actually a pretty full classroom, but if you still want to come in, we'll make room, because I like having people here, so we'll make that work. But there will be, paper and vinyl and things that those are coming in store. We'll have little, you're not going to get huge, it's not projects that we're doing, just for clarification. It's going to be, cut a square, cut your name, cut a letter, or whatever, simple things, but you'll understand how to cut the vinyls versus how to cut fabric and those kinds of things. And which blade you should use when, which mats you should be using, all of that kind of stuff. So we will be cutting. It's going to be mostly a lecture base kind of thing, but there'll be the comment section that you guys can ask questions and things. And of course, those that are here will be able to ask questions and things as well. So
after, if you're here, once we're kind of done with the thing, then you can stay and practice more and ask more questions.
And ask other questions if you have them. So, Scan and Cuts have just really blossomed in the recent past, that how much they are able to do. And we've had a lot of people going home with them recently. So there's a lot of new owners. But it's funny because it's kind of like a wave where there's a lot of usage, and then I haven't used it in a long time. And then a whole bunch I used it, and then I haven't used it in a long time. And in that lull, we kind of forget, what are we supposed to do with them?
Right.
So I'm going to talk about a lot of the settings, which button does what, grouping. It's a big thing. If I need to group something, how do I group it if it's not already grouped? Those kinds of things, and how to make that all work. So all of those kinds of things. So that is the
and I'll be the helper.
and there will be, because there's like close to there's 40 whatever people already signed up. So it's going to be a big group. So I might have a comment monitor. And then Sarah can jump up and help out the classroom people or whatnot as we're moving through. But that is going to be the 8th?
The 28th.
Yes, 28th. And that one will start at 10.
Yes.
So that is in-store or virtual, April 28th.
Yes, and that takes us out of April.
And slides right into May.
Which is really busy.
Super duper busy. So
we just tortured ourselves.
We do that a lot.
Yes.
So we are going to begin with Bella Box.
Yeah.
And
we they suckered us right in again.
We did. We both bought a Bella Box because we couldn't not.
Right.
We both went, do you like them all? Well, not everything, but I like a lot of it. Well, yeah, we're going to buy it.
We're going to buy it.
We can't not buy it. So
I know they were sold out, and I saw yesterday that some people said that they released the remaining ones. So we're not clear whether or not Bella Boxes are still available. But if you were one of the lucky ones to get a Bella Box, you don't get them through us. You do get them through, you can get them through our Me Time affiliate link on our website. But it basically is coming from the Me Time company, which is a subsidiary of Kimberbell.
Yep.
And we're not sure what projects we're doing on what days. And we might be doing 2 projects on one day because we're going to try to wrap up the whole box on the 3rd, the 17th, and the 31st, which is basically every other Wednesday in May. And then in between that, we have our usual digital dealer, which is going to be 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday, May 10th. This one's really cute. It's very busy on this picture, but it's kind of like a 3D butterfly. And it's a cinch bag.
I love the little cinch sacks. They are so cute.
Yes. And then we can all just have that moment of, oh my God, I'm cutting through my stabilizer thing while we're doing that. But we'll be stitching that out. It's nice because we haven't really, it's been a little while since we've had like a technique Kimberbell project. We've
Yep.
had a bunch of just
And
kind
this
of
is definitely one of those, if you haven't done it before, you're going to be like, I'm doing what?
right.
So it's definitely going to be one of those. If you have not made a cinch sack, you will want to watch either live or watch a recording of Stitch Out, because it's definitely different.
Yes.
Most definitely.
And so that's what we're going to be doing on Wednesdays. And then on Friday, May 5th at noon, we are doing, so Ashley from Dime is going to be presenting.
Our favorite Dime presenter. We just love Ashley. She is brilliant.
Right.
And she has lots of fun, very creative thoughts and design ideas, and she's definitely an outside that, it's not just, well, this is what they gave me to do, and so I stuck with the company line, and she really has lots of creative things that she adds to and brings to an event. It's not just it's very always a great educational experience when she does an event.
Exactly. So. And the Dime event, I will send out in an email, but not while we're doing the Serger stuff. So after Serger stuff, we'll send out the registration for the Dime, but you can register on our website. Yep. So if you are anxious to get a registration in, you can go ahead and you can do that through Facebook if you're on Facebook. Yep. But don't worry, it's virtual, so you're not going to run out of time
the night before, and
right.
It wouldn't, or the hour before, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, so. There's no, you won't run out of spaces. So just know that that's coming up.
Yep. So this one is called Fusion Fix, and it is going to be talking about bringing in
like mixed media,
media. So like the glitter into an embroidery as applique, those kinds of things. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm still not over Caesar.
I know, I'm not either.
So we were watching a dealer event from Dime, and they kept talking about they're going
to bring Caesar in. We're going to bring Caesar in,
and we're like a Caesar salad. What are you talking about? The Rome. I'm very, very confused. And then they pop up the Caesar vinyl,
heat transfer vinyl,
which I always called like scissor or something, or sizer or something, because it starts with an SISER.
And we're both like, oh.
So
that's how you say that?
We still kept thinking that like they were mispronouncing it until the gal from Caesar came on and said, "We're so excited to have you."
Caesar's so excited to be part of this and partnering with, and we both were like, "What? Oh, that's
yeah." So I'm
we've been butchering that all these years.
I'm having a hard time with it.
It just seems off, but hey, the person was from that company. I'm pretty sure they said it correctly. I'm pretty sure
she said it correctly. Yep.
Anyway, so the Dime event, and one more time, that is on Friday, May 5th, and that will be noon Eastern time. So, and we're going to be having some fun with Ashley again. So that is coming right up. So beginning of May, Wednesday the 3rd, we'll be stitching out in the morning some Bella Box stuff. And once we get our box, we're going to look at the stitch outs and say, okay, these are the projects we're gonna squeeze these two together in one shot, and so on and so forth. We'll figure out a way
to divvy them up.
We'll get the schedule ironed out a little bit, and then we'll post what we're gonna do when. But then that'll be the first Wednesday the 3rd, and then the 5th we'll have our Dime event.
Yes.
And as always, there'll be some specials, and there'll be something free. I don't know what the free design is, or something. I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah, there is a free design.
But there's always a free design, but I don't know what it is.
Then
that's what's happening.
Yeah, then we have that digital dealer.
And then I have Saturday off. Very important Saturday.
Yep.
I'm a little nervous. I'm going to have to drive to Detroit. Don't know where I'm going.
Good thing you got GPS.
Good thing. Going to be a fun drive.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm hoping Jeff's going to drive.
That would be nice, wouldn't it, to be chauffeured?
Yeah, I like that. That works for me. Okay, so then the 10th, like you said, we will have DDE. And we're cruising right along. We'll be back to a Bella Box. And then, bam, the 19th.
I know. This is
a big one.
You've been waiting for this all year, since last year. So
once a year
there is an opportunity to become a Laboo bag lady or a Laboo bag person, a Laboo shopper. a special shopper from Laboo.
Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of like our embroidery club sort of thing.
Sort of thing.
We do this really fun stabilizer event, and what makes our stabilizer event so different from everyone else's is that it is not brand specific. It's kind of brand inclusive. We have a lot of different brands of stabilizer here, and we don't want to pretend that we don't. You know, when we would have a specific brand come out, they really wanted you to put everything from everyone else away.
Literally pull it off your shelf and hide it.
And I mean, I understand, because everybody's trying to make a buck, and their goal is to sell their product. But Lisa and I there's so many great, I mean, there's some not so great stabilizer choices out there.
Absolutely. But we try not to have any of those here, because if we don't want to use it, we're not going to have it on the shelf for you guys to use it.
Right.
And that's how we look at it. So
yeah. And, you know, we both do a variety of different things, which kind of means our collection of stabilizers is maybe a little bit different than different shops, because the people buying the stabilizers is a little bit different. But, you know, we have a variety of different products that are equally as good. You know, some people are very brand specific, but we're also trying to pay attention to your wallet, because we all know, you know, gosh, there's only so much money to go around. And I mean, it's definitely getting more expensive at the grocery store every time you go. So, you know, the Laboo bag lady is sometimes it's a large purchase. It's usually a couple $100s up front, but you're kind of in the club for life. And we do have specials every single month. For everybody who is in our bag lady club. And that doesn't change. And it's not just stabilizer. We do everything. We kind of rotate all kinds of different things in the store. And, you know, that's good on your pocketbook. And we like to share, you know, from Kimberbell. These are our favorite stabilizers from Kimberbell, and from OESD, and from Floriani, we really like this, and from
so
Laboo.
Right. So, you know, your bag is going to be all of our favorites. And then once you purchase the bag, you are in the club forever, and you have then access to our special sale every month. And that sale is, we should get like the comments from people that are in the club. I mean, we get them all the time, but we don't post those anywhere.
Right.
But they're good sales. They're not like, you know, 10% off. We don't do that, because that's like a stupid sale. Right. And we don't do stupid. We just don't do stupid.
No.
We don't like stupid.
No. We have enough of it to go around here. We're not going to
share that with you. So we definitely, you know,
I mean, I don't get out of my house for less than 20%. I don't expect you to.
Exactly. I mean, really? we definitely make it worth your time. And we have the first year it wasn't in store only. Because that's just what we had available. But with the website expanding as it is, it's now in store or online. And there is a spot on our website that is available specifically to the bag people.
Yes.
And right now they are all bag ladies, but we are very welcoming to any. So we'd love it if we had to change the name of that. So anybody that would like to partake in that, yes, we can change the name of that, and we'd be more than happy to.
Yes.
So
not meant to be offensive to anybody.
Not at all. It's
kind of just like a funny thing. You know, people used to call people who had lots of bags bag ladies. It was just kind of
and that's how it started.
That's how it started, because it was a bag with our name on it.
Exactly. So as soon as it's necessary, we will change that name, most definitely. But that is basically how that works. So this year on Friday the 19th, we will start again at 11, and that will be basically again like this. And we are going to walk you through our favorites, how we use them, when we use what type, what we don't like, why you shouldn't do this, that, or the other thing, why you should be doing this all the time and never doing that, or whatever that happens to be. There's usually a free gift when you purchase a bag. And this year we talked about, we haven't worked out all the details yet. We've got a little window of time, but
yes,
we've talked about having some bundles
yes,
available for previous bag lays. So you don't have to buy the whole kit all over again. If you are a previous bag holder, you could buy these bundles of, you know, like our just some smaller sections. So like the always used ones, those
Yep.
kinds of things.
Yep.
So we're going to have a few other options this year that we've talked about. And if you purchase new in, you would also have access to those. So we, like I said, we're still working out a lot of the specifics, but we've got lots of really great ideas rolling around in our heads.
Yep.
And
it'll be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. So that is going to be the virtual version. So all of you who are not right next door to us, we want to make sure that we're including all of you as well, and not excluding anybody, because we know some of you are not right next door to us. So that will be on May 19th. Happy birthday to my kid. And that'll be Friday. And then for all of you who are right next door and would just as soon come in and hang out here, because it's a party here all the time.
Yep.
We're going to go back and have some in-store options as well. So we're going to repeat all of that in store on the 20th.
And
so
you guys will be able to manhandle the samples
Yep.
and the stabilizer, and have a little bit more two-way conversation.
Two-way and asking those questions and
Yep.
things. So we will have two options. The virtual will be first on the 19th and in-store on the 20th.
Yep. And I think, so a couple of people have sent in some information about the stuff that they're hoping to learn. I think as registrations start with this, maybe a couple weeks before that the date, we can send out a little email with a little
little
just a hey
survey kind of thing of,
Yeah.
hey, what would you like us to cover? Or do you have a specific
right
project you're having trouble with? Those kinds of things
or
of, I need
special
help with
questions.
this.
Yeah.
Kind of thing that we might not touch on because, you know, what we have trouble with might not be what you have trouble with, because we don't maybe do the kinds of things that you do.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, that's a great, we can send out a survey of
Yeah.
please cover,
Yeah.
and we'll do our best to cover.
To do that. Yep.
You know, we can, you know, Shirley from Timbuktu says that she'd like to know how to do this, and we can cover those kinds of things too. That's a great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send in your questions kind of thing.
Exactly.
So,
We would be happy to do that, because like she said, you know, we don't know what you're struggling with. So that'll be a great opportunity. And you can obviously email us before that, and let us know if there's something that you would like us to discuss. I can't promise you that it will fit into it, but I can promise you that we will read it, and we will make every effort,
our best to make it work.
Yep. And our email is scrolling down at the bottom there. It is the
right
word
there.
stitching, and then it is at Leabu. That is our name, Leabu, sewingcenter.com. So yeah, we are really excited about our stabilizer boot camp coming up. So that will be in May.
And we certainly still do, you know, the dime events. Obviously, we're having one coming up, and we've done OESD, which I don't know when the next one of those that we have. We've got to look at that. But you know, so we're not saying we don't still support the individual places.
Yes.
We have definitely continued to do that. This is just something that we have done. We actually started it literally right before COVID.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, things closed
it was like
down.
the week
before
the
colleges were closing the day we had
our event. It was like that week, right before everything closed.
Great question. You can start registering right now. I did manage to get the stabilizer, the 2023 stabilizer boot camp registration up for both in person and online. So you can start to register now, or we will send more emails out reminding everybody, but it is right on our website. You should be able to find it if you do a little Google search. It's in classes and events, I'm sure.
Yep.
So hopefully that answered that question. All right. So what do we have next? We have some fun new Kimberbell projects. This is really cute.
It is.
Is it growing on you?
So the digital picture didn't really do anything for me. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not a big fall decor kind of person. Probably because it means it's going to get cold. Not gonna lie. And I don't like cold, but this they have now come out with the actual stitched image, and it's pretty dang cute.
I think the fact that
the candle things
are
pretty
scratch
cool.
and sniff.
The scratch and sniff labels on the candles, I think are pretty ingenious. Yes, it's very, very cute. I still don't know whether it's going to fit in my house, but the project itself is darling. And they did a really great job. I love the Afghan on the orange chair. It has the little balls on the end of it. And it's always those little touches that make me love whatever Kimberbell is doing. It makes me love their stuff.
The person that was like, you know what this really needs?
It just needs this little extra something, something.
Yep.
And those little touches are really what make it so special. And I
Sandra
absolutely
agrees.
I mean, I love the colors of the fall, and I love the leaves, but I just hate being cold. So there, there you go.
So this is a 40 by 40 quilt, and you've probably heard us say this before. We love it when you pre-order because it helps us to know how many
build to.
Yep, how many quilt kits to cut. And as a thank you for doing the pre-order, Lisa and I will create some embroidery designs that work with this. I can already see some really cute sweaters, and there's going to be a Starbucks coffee or something in there.
Definitely going to need a coffee cup.
Yeah.
For like a to-go
coffee cup. Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll do the we'll do
a candle.
A candle, yeah, like a Yankee candle. Yeah, we'll do some quilting designs created just for this, and as a thank you for pre-ordering from us, because we know you can order from anybody. It's all the the fabric and all the designs are the same from everybody, but we will give you those quilting designs for free if you do the pre-order. And if $200 is a lot to put out right now, you can put down just a $49, basically a $50 deposit that will hold your space. And this will qualify for free shipping if you don't live around here. And we'll send you an invoice when we have everything.
Yep.
The only thing that I like to point out is I don't want anybody to feel disappointed. We cut our own kits here. So you don't get that keepsake box. Part of the reason why we do that is because shipping those dang boxes is really, really hard. And
they never ship well.
They don't.
They get dinged up. They get stickers on them. They get, because you have to put them in another box.
You have to put a box in a box.
And then it's wasted anyways, because you can't put the shipping label on the box.
Right.
Otherwise you ruin the box anyway. And
yeah.
So, so it will come beautifully cut and packaged in a very nice Ziploc bag.
Yes.
And it will come with a really great USB with quilting designs on it.
Yes. And this kit includes the backing fabric. And then, of course, the bundle price includes the designs. They're always multi-formatted. And then the embellishment kit as well. So you'll basically have everything but stabilizer, batting, and thread in order to do this. So that is Falling for Autumn, which is really cute. This is kind of long overdue for them, because they've had a couple of Halloween quilts out. And I know a lot of people were really asking for that. So we were super excited.
And it's on the list to go through, like the solids, and then the new delightful, I did add the ones that are in the quilt thread colors.
Yes.
If you are in the Stitching with Style club, a thread club.
Yes.
There is additional colors that were added in for the Oh So Delightful. We will, of course, do the same for the Falling for Autumn. So if there is colors that need to be added in there, you would be able, of course, be able to purchase those at your discounted price.
Yes. Or if you're a bag lady this month, it's a better deal.
It is a better deal to use the bag lady price point
on
thread than it is to use your coupon code.
Yep, your
Stitching with Style coupon code,
or your I bought a machine from us coupon code.
Right.
So we have some great things going on. And then this one is a little bit confusing.
I think it's actually more than a little, to be honest.
So we had Kimberbell Cuties Volume 1.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long, long time ago.
And the center square of Volume 1 was sewn.
Yes.
And the outside corners were embroidered, if you wanted them to be. There was a CD that you could embroider the icon that was in the outside corner. So whatever that happened to be.
Yep. Like the,
a kite or whatever
the
it
corner
was.
pieces.
Right. Yep. Those you could get the CD but you had to buy the book to get all of the other parts.
And it was like, oh, the possibilities or cuties it was like the CD was completely sold separately.
It was, but you had to have the book to make the CD make any sense.
Yes.
So if you were embroidering, you had to have both. But you could also just get the book if you wanted to just sew it.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Kimberbell has gone away from all of their sewing. So now they have Volume 2 that
so now they have Volume
2. And this is 100% embroidered in the hoop.
Yep.
For your centerpieces and your corner pieces. And then you're just sewing all of those together.
Yep.
So you've got borders, sashing, all of that stuff. Those are, of course, yes, you're still sewing those pieces together, but your center quilt is being quilted in the hoop, not being, it's not a 9-patch that you're doing something with or whatever, which is what the original piece was. So that was Volume 1. Now we're on Volume 2. Volume 2 came out and it was January through June.
Yes.
Now we have Volume 2, July through December. It's still called Volume 2.
Yes.
So it's been very confusing. People are like, well, I need Volume 2. Okay, Volume 2 what? So
A or B?
A or B or
2.0 or 2.1.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's Volume 2 because it's the second set.
Right.
But it's the second set.
Yeah.
Is what we're on now. So this one that we have on screen here is the second bundle, but it's the second bundle.
Yes.
So it's for July through December, which is slightly confusing. So we have this available. You can buy just the book, which would give you all of the designs and all of the then directions to sew all of those pieces together. We also have individual kits. So if you're like, yeah, I'm only going to sew Julys and Decembers, you could buy the July fabric kit and the December fabric kit and the CD book and call it a day.
Yes.
Or you could buy all of the fabric bundles and you already bought the CD a while ago from somebody else.
Yep.
You could buy all of the fabric kits from us as a bundle price.
Yeah.
Or you could buy all 6 bundle fabrics and the CD bundle as a bundle.
Yes. Yeah. So confusing.
Wasn't confusing at all, right?
Right. So this is in case you purchased, if you already have the CD or you purchased the CD from someplace else, this bundle includes the fabric for all 6 toppers.
Yep. So
we do have one that is available for, like she said, that includes the pattern as well.
Yep.
I know a lot of people started with the pattern and then they were like, well, maybe I want
fabric.
So we have lots of choices for you. Bottom line is we have all of the stuff for you. And if you're super confusy, you can always just give us a call and we can certainly help you out or send you the right invoice that you need or help you online or help you in the store, whichever you would want.
Absolutely.
But this is the second set of Volume 2, which will give you the
last
half
6 months of the year.
Yes. So that is going to come. This is coming out next month, so May.
Yes.
The pattern should be released in May. We have almost all of our kits cut. We are ironically out of February and April
from the first 6 again. Yeah, that just happened yesterday.
Yes. So we'll go back to those in just a minute.
Yep.
But this has been a lot of fun.
They are cute. Really, really cute. So how the centers, there's 3 different centers that you can choose from Volume 2A or Volume 2B.
Yep.
So there's a total of 6 centers that you can mix and match. Or if you say, I only like the one, I'm going to have the same center for everything, you could do that. So
Yep.
it's, however you would like, but there's 6 different quilting designs for the center square, 3 from A or 3 from B. And then you, of course, have the outside corner points different for each month. So that's what you're selecting when you're setting this all up. And I like that better than the volume 1 of you have to physically sew your quilt in the middle. Because those were tiny quilt pieces. Yeah, I mean, that's not big.
No.
So unless you were like good, it was hard to make those tiny squares and not screw something up, at least for me, which we've already said. I wasn't a very good quilter.
You are a good quilter. You've come
I
a
have
long
come
way.
a long way.
Yes.
Back when I made my cuties, I didn't really, I didn't understand why I wasn't a good quilter. Now I know
why.
So I can fix it. Now I could do that.
Yeah, Dave is super impressed.
Yes. I wasn't sure whether I should have been comforted by the comment or taken offense to the comment.
It was definitely
Did you
meant
sew
to be
this?
a compliment.
But yeah, so I like I said, originally I freely admit I did not like quilting.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why I didn't like quilting. Well, it was because when I learned how to quilt, they didn't teach me that cutting was so important. So none of my pieces were cut
right.
well.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a really big difference when you go to piece them together.
It sure does. You guys doing okay? Okay.
Needed a needle?
Same as the accolade.
Oh, yeah.
If it's cover hem, they're all the same, and if it's 4 thread, they're all the same.
Cover head has a separate needle.
Yes, the cover
the
hem.
size, the needle description is different for the 8 threads versus the 4 thread.
As well as the
cover the Euphoria,
hem only.
yeah. Purple thread versus blue thread.
We have them.
Yeah, they're in the middle. Anyways, so yeah. So the center quilts are so much easier because you don't have to actually work.
Right.
The machine does it for you this
Right.
time around. Just like everything else, Kimberbell has made it all embroidery friendly and made that really, really great.
Yep.
So do we have any more pages?
We have one more page, which kind of feels like I just threw it up there, but I didn't. Oh, we have 2 more pages.
I love this page.
Yes. I love the alternate jar topper.
I knew you would. When I
Because
saw that,
I
I
was
was like, oh,
oh,
that's a
it's
Sarah
so
thing.
cute.
So I have booked this event and I am super duper excited.
I know. Can
So-
I come to class that day?
You can.
I think I should just not be at work and I'll just come and take the class.
You have to sit in the back.
Okay. Because
I know you're not going to listen to anything that I say.
just doing my own thing.
You're just going to do it.
What did you say?
So this is one of it's literally brand new. The first day that we are able to teach this class is August 4th. So I booked it for August 4th. So this is literally the earliest we are able to teach this. The jar topper that is in the kit is the spider, but we also get an alternate design to make the scaredy cat.
Yes.
Which is what you see at the top of the screen. Super cute.
And if I made mine gray, it would look just like my Felix. There is a scaredy cat.
There you go. So you see that you get 2 sizes. One is the standard, and then you also have the big mouth jar. Is yours the big mouth jar?
Totally.
Sorry. The black leather box is I just think darling. So this is the same. If anybody got the previous Bella box, the white leather box.
Still in my box.
Well, I bought more of those.
Are they in the box?
Nope, they're in the plastic.
They're in the
packaging
plastic next to the box.
Next to the box. But I thought those were so cool that I was like, well, I need more of those. So I'm told, anyways, I read somewhere that we were going to be able to get more of those black boxes. I was not clear whether they were only going to be available to event attendees or whether they're going to add them into the line somewhere. That part I don't know about. but I do know for event attendees anyways, that will be an available option to buy additional leather boxes. So that's really cool. And they said at their whatever vacuum event that they were at,
VDTA.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mhm.
That there was going to be a jar in the kit too, but I think it's just going to be a
Little
little
one.
guy. So that will be able to literally attach the jar topper to a jar from that as well. So the other thing that is super cute and a little bit additional to some of our standard other things is the gift pocket. The back felt piece has quilting on it.
Oh.
So there's a super cute like candy, like the
Mhm.
candy wrapper type things.
Yeah.
That is the quilting design that goes on the back of that. And it says, "Hocus Pocus, I need candy to focus."
Oh, I definitely need candy.
No doubt. Anyway, an absolutely darling set of designs. And it will include your fabric. You know, all of that stuff. And stabilizer, that's where the L was coming from. I was reading, trying to combine those two words.
Yep.
My brain tries to combine
You got
way too many
confused
things.
because I capitalized fabric and not stabilizer.
That's probably what it was. So the fabric and stabilizer is all there. Those black totes actually have a flap that you stitch on and then you fold it in. So you don't see the back of the stitches inside of
How
the box, which
nice.
is really, I mean, they did a really nice job with those. And then we will, of course, include your thread. So really great. I think it's a nice price point. Again, with it including all of your threads and everything too. So, and I did see that you did get that added in. So if you would like to sign up for that, you
A couple
can
people have already
do that.
done
I did see that pop in, that there were a couple signups. So if you would like to, you can register for that. It is a one-day event. So it's signing up for the 4th or the 5th, not both days. It's one or the other, Friday or Saturday.
And
that would be hybrid. So you can sign up for in-store or online. There you go. So come join me. We'll have some fun.
Yes. And this last slide here, oftentimes we forget to say this, but part of the reason why we can have all of these fun classes and these Kimberbell events is because we do sell cabinets and sewing machines.
We do. Yes.
And the machine companies are getting a little bit more lenient with us, and they're allowing us to ship more and more, which means there's more and more machines online and available for people.
That is what we're
our
doing.
Virtual. Yes.
That's the virtual.
So we will have, we have a lot of machines up for sale on our website. So, you know, we're getting really, really good at this virtual stuff. So if you purchase a machine from us and you do not live in Michigan, you know, we give you lessons. We can do a Zoom lesson for you. Or you live in Michigan and you can't get over to us. We can do a Zoom lesson. We still do lessons typically on Tuesdays and Fridays, but there's no difference between
if we're sitting here like this
Zoom with
versus if you're sitting next to us there or sitting next to us here. So we are more than happy to book that for you.
We're still going to be able to help you even if you aren't around us. So, you know, there's lots of places out there that you can buy sewing machines from. And, you know, we are just a little... We don't seem like a little shop, but we are still just a little shop.
We really are.
You know, there's a handful of us here, you know, that we're doing all of the stuff. So, you know, Lisa and I are teaching most of the classes and ordering most of the stuff, and Tony fixes most of the machines, and, you know, Tucker puts most of the stuff up on the website and keeps everything handled. And
Hayden ships
it. So
and Carolyn and Kathy and whoever else gets around to it packages things. So, you know, folding and boxing and whatnot.
Helps
so,
us
you know,
get the kits ready that you guys
we are definitely
seeing.
A fantastic team, and everybody pulls their weight and whatnot. But there's not that many of us. And so we are all here to help you though. And there's some new cabinets, which I absolutely love that one. It's very similar to what we sew on when we're normally live, but there's more storage.
There's kind of like a little cutting
spot. There's a little bit more space, like right there. And it's of course it's a little bit more money, but it's not like holy crap more money.
No.
So it's really well done. Super excited about that one. And we just got in like a table, which that one's really well done. So I'm very excited about a lot of, and we've got there's a completely new machine that was just released.
Yes.
So
new we don't even have it yet.
So new we don't even have it yet. And so there's always wonderful things. And again, I can't tell you how blown away I am about serger prices. They're like as low as they were when I started working here.
Yep.
So that is literally how great the serger prices are right now. So if you have been thinking about it, give us a call because it is literally that wonderful. So, and as always, we can certainly help you out with some financing options if that's what you're looking for. We can always do, 12s and some extended. And if, depending upon which machine you've chosen, we can go farther out than that. And I'm looking forward to Friday and making some fun things with these. So we have some kits up online. Don't wait too long to get yours because we don't have a ton. So make sure that you get yours if you want yours.
And the pattern is available.
And the pattern is available, and it will auto download. So you'll get an email with the pattern, and then you could print that out and get yours. If you're not buying the kit and you want to get your fabrics prepped for Friday, you'll be able to do that.
Absolutely.
So, all right, that's what we have for you, and it's about that time.
It's about that time, yeah.
So lots of things coming up.
And we'll be seeing you real soon.
We'll be seeing
it's like
you real
Mr.
soon.
Rogers' Neighborhood. See you real soon on Friday.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.